Good evening. This is CTV News for Wednesday, July 25th. I'm Byron Scott.
And I'm Denise Douglas. Thank you for joining us this evening. Well, topping our news, we are just a day away from a court-ordered deadline for the Trump administration to reunite families separated at the border. And CASA and its supporters are concerned with the pace of this process. They rallied outside the immigration field office in Baltimore. You can see them there passionately chanting and waving signs. They are also concerned that the children separated from their parents are being treated inhumanely, held in cages, and not getting the proper care. The Trump administration implemented the zero-tolerance immigration policy earlier this year. Jesus Vicuña, a father of four, says he can't imagine being separated from his children.
Y me sentiría muy triste que a mí me llevaran a algún lugar y no viera más a mi hijo que para dormir necesita que esté yo con él.
Vicuña says, I would be sad if they took me to a place and I would not see my son. He needs me to sleep at night. That's a quote. In addition, an organizer with CASA talked about the long-term emotional effect that the separation will have on the families.
We have to also consider all of the trauma that the kids are experiencing at such a young age right now. Being detained, separated from their families for months, days at a time. The trauma that they must be living, how they must be feeling, if they're blaming themselves for what's going on right now. And that trauma is something that we don't talk about. There's many teachers with us here today. There's many community members that babysit children with us here today because they know what it feels like when children are separated from their families, even for a small moment of time. And they're here today in solidarity because they know this trauma is these scars that are being made by this administration to our immigrant children are gonna live on with them for life.
The Trump administration has said it is working hard to meet tomorrow's deadline to reunite families.
The American Civil Liberties Union has filed a lawsuit against Immigration and Customs Enforcement in Baltimore today. The ACLU is demanding that local police agencies in Harford County that partner with feds on immigration issues are transparent. The lawsuit seeks full information about individuals who are being held, as well as policies and directives on how the county identifies who has been targeted.
Now listen to this, Byron. Did you know that a car is stolen about every 40 minutes in Maryland? According to AAA Mid-Atlantic, Prince George's County is leading the state so far with a countywide average of more than 4,000 motor vehicle thefts per year. Keisha Butts has more about how to prevent your car from being stolen.
In the summer months, your car is more likely to be stolen than any other season of the year. Nearly 40% of car theft incidents occur between June and September. Since the summertime is an open invitation for car burglaries, July is designated National Vehicle Theft Prevention Month. AAA spokesman John Townsend says there are a number of things you can do to prevent car theft.
About 40% of the cars that are stolen in the state of Maryland and in Prince George's County either have the keys left in them, or the windows rolled down, or the doors unlocked. And another 40% of the cars stolen are stolen right in front of our homes. So if you have a garage, clean it out and park your car there.
Car robberies remain a common crime. Townsend says two of the most important things you can do are being vigilant and locking your car doors when driving. For CTV News, I'm Keisha Butts.
Thank you, Keisha. Some of the top targeted vehicles are Honda Accords, Toyota Camrys, and Nissan Altimas.
Maryland's congressional delegation sent a letter to the Environmental Protection Agency seeking relief from neighboring states' pollution. The state petitioning the EPA 2 years ago over pollution emitted from electric generating plants from 5 neighboring states. State officials say pollutants emitted from these plants are causing increased ozone levels here in Maryland. The feds have denied the state's request to enforce controls already in place that will reduce harmful emissions. And federal help on the way to farmers in the state who lost crops as a result of this spring's relentless rains. 11 counties, including Montgomery County, have been granted disaster designation from the Department of Agriculture. This will allow farmers in those counties to apply for assistance and relief. Governor Hogan requested the help in the wake of those spring rains. Eligible farmers have 8 months to apply for loan assistance.